I am somewhat comfortable with calling it the Redmen's Hall. And I know that historically we have called this the Redmen's Hall, but the people that have, the group that leads this organization are not Indigenous. And so I would want to be sensitive about the language that we use and have respect for our Indigenous neighbors and think about a better title or name for that building. And I know that this is a generally sensitive issue because people have been connected to names for, dozens or hundreds of years. But, we were a first city to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day. And now the state has, and we are no longer using Indigenous mascots for any of our schools in our state. And so I wonder, as we move forward through this conversation that is specifically related to voting, we think about ways that we can be most respectful to our Indigenous neighbors whose land we are on. Yes, Neil.
Is the mayor suggesting that the city go to a private organization and ask them to change the name of their organization?
I'm saying that we do not need to refer to the hall as Redmen's Hall.
How shall we refer to the hall if we're going to refer to it publicly? The name of the organization, whether we like it or not, is the International Order of Redmen.
Yes.
It's not a colloquialism. It's not slang. That is the name of the organization. I agree with you. I do think I would like to see it changed. But they are a private organization, and we have no right to tell them what they can call their organization. The other name officially is the Tarantine Tribe, and I don't see that that's better. So I'm just asking what you're putting this out there. Do you have any suggestions of what we do? We tell people, yeah, you vote now at that big old building on Main Street. I mean, what are we going to say?
No, I'm not appreciating your aggression about this topic.
I'm not being aggressive. I'm asking you to clarify the position that you're putting. But if you're not open to be questioned about things you say here, perhaps you should not say them. I'm just merely asking you what you want to do about the problem you have presented. Do you? And if you say, I don't know, it's something to think about, that's a perfectly good answer. I'm just asking you to clarify.
Neil, I'm always open to questions, but the tone that you're using, I did not appreciate.
I don't care about being tone policed, Madam Mayor. That is not your position. You do not have the power to police my tone.
Well, this has gone further than I expected. I'm merely saying that I recognize that we have Indigenous neighbors and that I do not believe that it is respectful to be calling an organization or to name a building a Redmen's Hall when in fact it is not organized by Indigenous people. And I don't know that there is a solution currently, but I just wanted to bring it to light as we're discussing it, as we think about being most respectful to our Indigenous neighbors. And I find this a priority for our community. As I said, that we're the first city to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day, and now the state has. And just wanting to bring this to the general discussion. And I don't know what the answer is. You're right. I have Mike and then Paul.
Well, thank you for bringing up the subject because, I think, just a few years ago, we had Squaw Mountain and we had the Washington Redskins and it really is, obviously it's a time of change and it's absolutely true. And I think calling it a Tarantine tribe or is just as good as that and better than Coddles, I suppose, formerly Coddles. But that's something to think about. And but anyway, thank you for bringing it up.